Keep killing it, Brandon. Woo! Keep killing it.
The reverb is back. Lights, camera, action. Yeah, we back again. Talking all the latest gear. Bring your lens, bring your friends. Sony gang. Canon fan people too. Black Magic Mafia.
Tell me what you shoot, fool.
We got red users flexing. Lumix gang in the chat. Nikon in the cut. Yeah, we steady making
stacks on stacks.
We breaking it down. No filter. Tell the real from hype. If the camera ain't fire,
we ain't giving it no likes.
NAB.
New guy.
Cine cam. Black Magic.
Price Drop.
Man, that's a
jackpot.
Firmware.
Updates.
Reeks and the rumors. Who got the best shot?
Creative fandom movers.
Look, this is Uncensored Real Talk. No cap. Live every week.
Yeah, the fam got our back.
CFA Connect, man, you know where it's at.
So grab your popcorn, hit subscribe, and let's chat.
Let's go. Hey.
Dude.
What is up?
Scott had me scared.
Why? Oh, you saw the no audio?
The no audio. And then I was like, Brandon.
Nah, bro. I'm a professional. I am professional.
Dude, I was scared.
I am professional.
I was scared.
You know what I'm saying? Professional. You got to learn how to read the waves, bro.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear us because
Scott had me shook.
When we sat down and the overlay was up, we're muted because we be saying some wild stuff before the show starts.
He had me shook.
That's all good. All good. What's good, creative fam? Super excited about today's episode, as I am every single week. Hey, you want to hear something crazy? Brandon, I actually was just DMing him this morning. Mr. Brendan in the chat. Bro, he just released a video. He made Kendrick Lamar's Squabble Up in, is it Screamo? Is that what you call it?
Okay.
The Screamo type of rock and roll?
Sure.
It's the first Screamo song I think I've ever made it through all the way.
Dude,
and it was like legit.
Brendan, did you shoot it on the S9?
I don't know what he shot it on. But he shot, like, it was like he made the song. Like, he played the guitar and all the things.
Give Lumix their love, bro.
Okay.
Give Lumix their love.
Whatever. Lumix, you get love for whatever reason. Blah, blah, blah.
What do you mean for whatever reason?
Blah, 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 blah.
If you said that is the only Screamo that you'll ever love,
it
then
had
give
nothing
Lumix
to do with the camera. It had everything to do with his audio skills. Look, I'll tell you, this is just proof. When I was watching this video, at no point did I think, I wonder what he shot this on. It was shot well.
Wow.
He played music well, and I was just here for it.
So the S9's that good?
Shut up. You just want to start.
It was imperceivable.
You're just ready to start drama before
the quality was imperceivable.
Okay. Jeez, man. We haven't even got started yet.
Oh, man.
Hey, I got a lot to fight about today because Red has been making some moves this week.
Some waves have happened.
Some waves have been going down. Colton knows about it. He says because of a 40% price drop is insane. Let's Colton, let's get it straight here. We're actually at a 50% price drop because this camera came out at $6,000, y'all.
You know what's crazy, Brandon?
What's that?
Before I was in the Red Club, I was very excited. Now that I'm in the Red Club, I'm not as excited.
Hey, look, it happens. Welcome to the world of Red. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you have ever considered joining the world of Red, you better be ready for some price drops and some camera devaluing. Now, I will say, as someone who shoots Red, my pocket feels one way.
Yes.
But my heart feels a different way. Like, my pocket is like, ooh, that sucks for everybody who just bought them when the price dropped, and now it's dropped another $2,000. Like, I feel bad in my wallet for those folks. But at the same time, I am happy that more people can now get into the world of Red. I'll also say it probably makes me a little happier that I sold my OG Komodo like a few months before the first price drop. So I sold mine for $5,000. And now that the price has dropped down to $3,000, I'm like, man, I'm up $2,000 right now.
You know how I'm feeling?
Wait, how you feeling?
Do you remember that? You remember that platinum song? Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands, hide your wallets.
Cause they dropping price cameras out here, all y'all. Hide your Komodos, hide your KXs, hide your Raptors, cause they're dropping prices all over the place.
You don't have to call and confess. We looking for you.
Oh my God, bro. This is going to be absolutely insane. Some of us, Scott says, some of us have $7,000 OGs. Yeah, if you got a white one,
Yes.
or in Scott's case, I think he got like a blue one. I think he got like a custom one that was like before they went live. You spent 7 bands.
Yes.
It's less than half on you, my boy. That is rough.
But you have a very colorful camera that no one else has.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
Dang.
Is
Christian's comment?
Christian says, with a B&H education account, it's $26.95. I might go register for a class at the community college.
A little $100 class.
Yeah. Can I sign up for basket weaving for $100, please? I'm gonna spend $100 to save $2. Oh my gosh. He's got like a blue one. It's got a name. It's Balkan blue, I think is what he calls it. I think it's called Balkan blue.
Okay.
I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
I didn't know.
I didn't want to say the wrong thing, Scott.
I'm sorry, Scott.
We get in a lot of trouble here on this stream because we say the wrong thing all the time.
Well, let's say some other wrong things.
Well,
do you guys remember last week when I said KX? No. When I said Raptor X, bring it into a KX body, sell it for sub 10.
You know what? I used to say that when you would ask for like low price stuff, I'd be like, dude, you're insane.
Yeah.
You're actually crazy to think that this stuff will happen. Now, like, I mean, what did I say last week? I want the Pixis for $2,000. I think we could do it, y'all.
Dude.
Give me a Pixis for $2,000 now.
Before this week, I thought that was crazy. I felt like you were asking for too much. But now that Red is technically cheaper than the Pixis, where does Blackmagic go from here?
I don't know where the rest of the energy, like the rest of the industry goes from here. You know what, guys? First off, I'm gonna pause for just a moment.
Yes.
We are only 11 minutes into the stream.
Yeah.
And we're on topic.
Wow.
We started the show and jumped right in. Jumped right in. So I had to give us our praise for that.
You know what? Do you have any booze?
Yeah, I got booze.
Give me a boo.
All right, you ready? Yep, got it.
Go for it. We have 126 people on the stream right now and only 16 likes.
Oh,
Change that.
That is a boo. That is a boo. Do us a favor, y'all. Hit that like button. It definitely makes our day. We absolutely appreciate it when that happens.
If we get to 120 likes, we will not twerk for you guys.
Bro, don't give them a number. They'll
said
get
we
there.
will not twerk for you guys.
120 likes, you won't twerk?
And we won't twerk.
100 and
I didn't say we will twerk. I said we won't twerk.
Well, where 130? 130 you twerking?
No.
140.
No. Like, no, it's just a not twerk.
No. You gotta twerk. You gotta twerk.
There's no twerking.
There's twerking.
10,000 likes.
10,000 likes. You wildin'.
Invite your friends.
100
your family members.
130 likes.
500.
We don't even have 130 people watching right now.
500 likes and we twerk.
130 likes, Jarrell twerks.
You've already 500 likes.
I said 130.
500.
Y'all better bring them in. Bring in the likes. I guarantee you at 130, he'll think about it.
I will not. The way Brandon's like, we're on topic and derail.
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. No, okay, so chat, really quick. We're about to hop into this story for real. We're going to be looking at the new Red price drop.
Yes.
If you guys are not aware, because I made a video on YouTube, I also made a video on Instagram, and that video is doing like crazy well.
Yes.
I'm going to hop into the comment sections of that video because that video has blown up over on Instagram. But I want to know from you, chat, and here's how it's going to be the easiest way to find it. Type red, and then your thoughts.
Okay.
Because you guys are firing off in the chat, and it's hard to always find all the chats. So put red, like RED, and then what are your thoughts? Because I've got some comments that are in my, where's my phone? I don't even know what I did with my phone. I got to find it. But I got some comments that came in that I think are very interesting. But to give you guys quick context of everything that's going down. So just 3 months ago,
Yes.
3 months ago, Nikon and Red did a price drop on the Komodo range of cameras. They dropped the Komodo X from 10,000 down to 7,000, and they dropped the OG Komodo, the original Komodo, from 6,000 down to 5,000.
Yes.
Then fast forward a few months, and Nikon and Red release a set of cameras in the Raptor X and the Komodo X, but now with the Z mount.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting enough, though, the OG Komodo is left off this update. The OG Komodo does not get the Z mount,
Mm-hmm.
but Red ensures that they are going to continue to support this camera. Then, a matter of weeks, 3 weeks, maybe it's been, maybe a month, but a matter of weeks later, we hear that now the OG Komodo receives another price drop
Mm-hmm.
from the 5,000 now down to $29.95 or $26.95 if you're a student on B&H.
Yeah.
And instantly, because a lot of us do like to shop cameras with what's best for the project, but if we're being honest in our hearts, we're shopping with what's best for my wallet.
Yes. How much can I afford?
Now, if you've got $3,000 to spend on a camera, you are now starting to recontemplate what is the most important thing to you. Because I believe that when people shop, they shop with what can they afford, and then they ask themselves, what's the most important thing with what can I afford?
Yeah.
Is it versatility? Is it photography, video? Is it autofocus? Is it image quality? Is it whatever? And normally, at $3,000, you were like, I'm going to get a good camera,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to have to make some sacrifices here and there. Now at $3,000, you go, oh, I can get Red Color Science R3D RAW
Mm-hmm.
for $3,000. That's the same as the Pixes now. Ooh, what do I care more about? What is more valuable to me? And that's what I'm kind of seeing online.
That's what we talked about last week. Like literally, I think it was Tyler Edwards. He came out with a video testing his KX versus a Pixis. And that was the first legitimate time that I looked at the Pixis and thought to myself, wow, for $3,000, I can have a good B camera.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to spend KX money. And I still have a Red camera.
Yeah.
When Red dropped down to a $3,000 Komodo, they once again, I think I don't know if they're listening. I would like to think they were listening to our podcast, but literally when they drop down that price, it changes everything again. Because like you said in your video, oh my goodness, nothing's going to match better than an actual another Red camera.
Yeah.
And so, man, the only thing that I think through is really the only thing that I dislike about the price drop, and it's not even about necessarily the price drop, it's that the Komodo, it just feels like a different system, and there's not a lot of interchangeability between the KX and the Komodo. So the RF's still the same. That's great.
Yeah.
But battery's different. Memory cards are different. We have different shooting and frame rates. Like those are different. But if I'm being honest, those are some Tilta
accessories.
Mm-hmm. It's, I don't know, just not like I deal with having varying different media from my KX to my Canon, so it just might be having different storage solutions. And also if I need it as a B camera, there's a probably pretty solid chance I don't need 80 frames.
Yeah. No, and I think this puts this camera so perfectly in the yes, you're probably going to buy more accessories.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we say this camera's $3,000, you're probably not just spending $3,000 walking out and having a camera. Like it doesn't even ship with a battery.
Yeah.
Like I understand that. But the accessory market for Komodos is super inexpensive.
Yeah.
It's been out for so long because we're talking about a camera that's going on 3-4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You got a camera that has so many accessories out to date. Tons of them have been discounted because when the KX came out, so many people adopted the KX that the OG Komodo accessories dropped in price.
Yeah.
That now this feels like very much a competitor to the Pixis in the way that it is a phenomenal image,
Mm-hmm.
a phenomenal workflow, and it starts at $3,000. And just like with the Pixis, it's got a monitor on there. It's not the most usable monitor,
Yeah.
but it's got a usable monitor on there. It's got amazing dynamic range. It shoots RAW,
Mm-hmm.
but with the Red, it's a Red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
Honestly, like at least for me, I've got a 5-inch Shinobi. I'm not spending. Well, the 7-inch monitor can't go on it.
Yeah.
If that's just being truthful, like the 7-inch can't even go on it. But I'm probably not spending that $900 from the Portkeys monitor. I'm gonna use my 5-inch Shinobi on it. I'm gonna buy the Tilta battery adapter, and then boom, we're good.
Yeah.
Because honestly, even with I don't even know that I'm gonna buy a handle for it. It's gonna literally exist on a tripod as a B cam if a B cam is necessary.
Dude, and I can also just say, like, as somebody who has shot with a lot of Reds, the Reds flow is so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, honestly, like, y'all are gonna think this is really dumb, but like, it's only dumb if I say it back. I'm gonna say it the right way so it doesn't sound as dumb.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I picked up the Pixis to shoot with and test out was because I also was considering it as a really, really solid live streaming camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got the SDI out. It can output exactly what this screen is actually showcasing. So you can have all the media and everything on it. It's very, like, when it comes to live streaming, SDI is just a easier, better protocol. You can get consistent frame rates coming out of it. And like with the Pixis, you can control the image through the Blackmagic app and be able to actually control the image on the Pixis. Well, you can do all that with the Red, and in my opinion, it's a lot better. The Red Control Pro app is better.
It works for the Komodo. Wow.
So
as you were talking about that, who this feels like a game changer for?
that
I mean, obviously, like everyone for $3,000. But like, I'm even just thinking through like church productions.
mm-hmm.
I'm just like thinking like, oh my gosh. Like, that's a massive live stream upgrade.
Yeah.
That is a massive, and you can buy a few.
You can get a few at $3,000.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's...
That is it. There was not to get like too far off topic, but I don't know if it was Bethel or another church, but they literally bought Komodos when they first came out.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of money, and I was just like, man, that's a lot of money for a live stream. But at $3,000, dude, that's wild.
The drummer gets one. Pastor gets one. Like, everybody gets one.
Everybody gets a Komodo. This is Oprah now.
Yeah. All right, let's hop into the chat and see what you guys are thinking. Gus says, drop the KX another $2,000. I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's happening. And Jarrell would probably cry if it did.
Well, I would be okay with it if the Raptor came
down with it. Then I would be crying. Scott says, if your thoughts on the price drop are negative, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Be a glass half full person. Think of it. Think of all the people who can now get a new Red. Dude, I'm right there with you, Scott.
Yeah.
100% in agreements. Except my wallet doesn't agree. So maybe I'm 98% in agreements. But if I go buy some Komodos, then my wallet will be happy again because we're getting them at $3,000. I
think, like, to me, I'm kind of a buyer forever owner. Like, for me, like that in terms of like my strategy. I know that there are a lot of people that buy stuff with the thought of when that cycle kind of is getting close, I'm going to keep low hours. I'm going to take really good care of it. I'm going to resell it.
Yeah.
If you're a reseller, you're crying.
Oh, yeah. You're hurting right now.
You're crying. But like for me, I'm that glass half full person where it's like, I'm going to have the Komodo for the Komodo X. Like I'm never getting rid of it unless somebody just comes with some insane deal on it.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what happened with my Komodo. Somebody needed to buy it, and they are a FPV pilot. Y'all will know, but they needed to buy it, and they were like, "Hey, do you know anybody selling a Komodo?" And I was like, "Well, how much you want to buy it for?" And they were like, "Well, we can spend $5 on it." And I was like, "All right, yeah, sure, that can go." I've had it for 2 years and I lost only $1,000 on it. Now I'm feeling up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because you also had the Raptor at the time too,
I did
right?
have the Raptor.
Yeah, for sure.
Alex says the price drop is going to be great for the camera industry. Buying an OG Komodo new is kind of dumb at the moment. With the used deals online now, can get a full kit for super cheap right now. I do think. I told this story in my video, but like I literally had somebody who was trying to sell me a full kit. And they were trying to sell it to me for $4,000, and I was just like, I don't need a full kit.
Yeah,
like I literally was like, if you can come down to $3, and I'll just take the body, I'm good. So literally less than a week ago, I was ready to buy a used body only for $3,000. Now you're telling me I can get a new one for $3,000?
Yeah, it could go either way. If you're brand new into the ecosystem, potentially find a used one.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, if you can get a full kit for $3,000, which is what I think what's going to happen, everybody's going to look at the price of the new one and try to get as close back to that as they can.
Yeah.
And so that's ultimately going to end up with people selling their used kits for around $3,000 is my guess.
Yeah.
Now, if you're throwing in V-mount batteries and stuff like that, like I do think it's going to be really hard to find a used body only. Because everyone's going to try to make as much money off these Komodos
for sure.
as they can. So definitely be on the lookout right now.
Brandon Talbot got that crazy take.
He says the RF KX will see a price drop. That is a pretty crazy take. I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because that is a very high, how do I put this? Like, okay, so I've heard this rumor going around that like, oh, Red's just trying to, get rid of inventory.
Yeah.
But if you are
Z-mount from here on out.
Right. And they're trying to get rid of inventory. But here's my opinion. I don't know this to be a fact, but this is my opinion, and it's going to lead into Talbot's still. Is if you're trying to move inventory fast, don't do a price drop, do a sale. Because a sale says buy now because this price won't last forever.
Yeah.
A price drop says, yeah, you can get it in 3 months. It's still going to be the same price. So there's no rush to buy. I think the same effect will happen if they do a price drop on the RF, but it'll actually hurt their business. Because if they price drop the RF version of the KX, then what's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of Red adopters who, if they're looking at the RF version or they're looking at the Z version, if they can save $2,000, they'll say, I'll go RF to save $2,000.
For sure.
And then you got a bunch of Red shooters who have adopted your competitor's mount.
Yeah.
Which is not really what you want right now. This is one of the reasons why I think, even though I've tested it, and I'm just going to be very honest, I don't think the autofocus is that vastly different between the RF mount and the Z mount. But there are benefits to the Z mount when it comes to autofocus, software-wise, like you can change some of the sensitivity a little bit better. I believe you do that because you want to push people to the Z mount.
Yeah.
And it would be in Nikon's best interest to push people to the Z mount.
For sure.
However, if you discount the RF, I don't think you do that. I think you push them to the RF, and that's the exact opposite they want for long term.
Yeah.
Because they want to sell lenses to these Red customers.
For sure.
All right. So Borea says this is part 2. What did you send in part 1? This is part 2. Oh, no, this is part 2 of Nikon moving the K family into affordable. This is to disrupt the pricing model. Why, as the dyslexic person, am I doing all the reading?
I don't, because you start off so fast. This is part 2 of Nikon moving the K family into affordable. This is to disrupt the pricing model like Nikon did for flagship stills camera, with the Z9 being $5,000 to $1,000 less than Sony and Canon. We were talking about this before.
Yeah.
Where we're like, is Nikon trying to redefine what entry-level cinema is?
Well, I feel like they have to set price points. Just like Sony has price points. Like they had the FX, they had the Venice line or whatever. And then they had the FX9, they had the FX6.
Well,
right?
the Brano.
No, not yet.
Oh.
So when they started, we had Venice 1, FX9, FX6. And I'm not
Yes.
really sure the exact order in that situation. But then we got a Venice 2 out of the range. And they were like, how do we get people into our cinema line of cameras? Because we got a lot of video shooters.
Yeah.
So they came out with the FX3.
Mm-hmm.
And which is basically an A7S III. But it was like, hey, we already have the technology. We can just make this thing. And that gets people in the door to our cinema line.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, well, we need something a little bit cheaper. So now we're going to go FX30.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nikon is basically trying to do the same thing within the Red ecosystem. It's like saying, okay, we need to be able to step people up into the world of Red because Red just seems so unobtainable. Like, I'm sure if you polled 99%, like if we go to NAB and we just talk to anybody who identifies as a prosumer, not a professional, but a prosumer, and we ask them, how obtainable does Red feel on a scale of 0 to 10? Most people probably land around a 4 before the KX price drops.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I don't see myself spending that much money on a camera.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the industry, productions are slow. Hollywood is, I don't want to say Hollywood's dying, but it is in need of some support. So if you're going to have indie films shot on your camera, which right now, like this literally just happened at South by Southwest, Michael Bay, of all directors, is there as an indie filmmaker because he can't get his movie greenlit. So he's going in right now on his next film as an indie filmmaker. Well, if you want Michael Bay to still shoot on your camera and the studio's not paying for it, Michael Bay's got to be able to afford it. Or his production company has to be able to afford it. So how do you get your Red on every single film set? You make it affordable on the indie film sets because that seems to be the only productions that are really getting greenlit right now.
Bro, that feels like LeBron James showing up to the Drew League.
Bro, that's if no one's buying.
I'm just here to play with some of y'all.
But like, okay, so imagine if nobody's going to NBA games anymore.
Yeah.
But people are still showing up to G League games because they're just like outdoor court games.
Yeah.
LeBron's gonna go where the eyeballs are.
For sure. For
so
sure.
that's what's happening.
Dude, that's crazy.
Red, right before NAB has a little intrigue as to what Nikon and Red may have up their sleeves. Yeah, I think this is obviously a big pre-NAB move.
What's also crazy about this, because we've talked about this a couple times, Red is making these massive waves and not dropping anything new. Yeah. This is it's such a weird time to be so heavily talking about Red. Well, and to be fair, they did the Z mount. So like, I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but it's like both the Komodo's a 4-year-old camera. Crazy. Yeah.
I think that also just goes to show like how good these cameras were. Obviously, now I'm just getting into a place of where I'm basically Jarelling all over these cameras.
Yes.
But I think it just goes to show how good these cameras really were that like they were so ahead of their time that even today you can just drop the price a little bit and then they become just as competitive as new cameras coming out right now. Because the Pixis is out right now, brand new, and this camera is 3 years old. It did a price drop and everyone's like, these are the cameras to compete. It's like,
bro, we need to give some, rightfully so.
Yeah.
We need to give some flowers.
To
Blackmagic.
Oh, you think this is all Blackmagic's doing?
No, I'm not saying that it's all they're doing, but dude, with the price point that it chose to come down to, there wasn't any looking over and being like, how much that Pixis costs? Can we get it there? Got it. You don't think so?
Maybe.
A little bit?
Maybe.
A little bit?
That's why I needed the Pixis to come down to 2,000 last week. Because if Red was looking over, I would definitely love to get me some, like if you show up next week and our quality has upgraded, it is because I was able to get some OG Komodos at some rapid fire prices. So.
Dude, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
All right, let's see. I'm having to skip through some of these, so I'm going to just I'm just giving y'all a heads up. We're having to skip through because there's a lot of them. We're going to hit a few of our members, though. Will says, I think Red also probably has a pretty good idea about what other brands have in the pipeline. with how close we are to NAB, I'm sure the timing isn't a coincidence. You know what's also crazy about the timing?
Yeah.
Canon drops 2 new cameras.
Yes.
Sony drops a completely irrelevant camera.
Womp womp.
And then the price drop from Red/Nikon. It was like, everybody was like, I told you. I don't know what it is about that day.
Seriously.
But I was like, there's something in the water on that day where everyone was like, we have to do something today because it's going to make the splash that we need.
Brandon, I am not talking out of knowledge. I am talking out of sheer pulling stuff out of my butt. Brandon.
Yeah.
3 families all sitting down.
Okay.
And they're like, hold my beer. We're going to literally 3 families in Japan that are just genuinely trying to one up each other every time they can. 3 families.
You think they got spies?
I think not only is there spies, but there's like just genuinely like, bro, what can we do? Can we get this out? Can we get no, we can't get it out. All right, drop the price. But we're going to lose money. Drop the price.
Oh my God. I mean, I did believe, I didn't know exactly how this would play out, but we know that Red, before the acquisition, is a fairly small company.
Yes.
Like, I've been to their headquarters and I've seen the teams. It is not as many people as you would expect for a company that's movies literally shot like The Matrix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? However, I knew getting acquired by Nikon should help with manufacturing.
Yes.
Like, even the idea of, you know, like, I guess I've said this on the show before, but like, there's like 3-ish companies that I believe make sensors, and they make sensors for like the entire country. Like, I know, like, for the entire world. Like, Taiwan is a big place. There's a huge factory out there that makes camera sensors. So everybody has to order their camera sensors from a single location. Well, when you can submit an order sheet, and like, yeah, the sensors are different. Yeah, we need some Z6 III sensors. We need some Z8 sensors. We need these red sensors. But when you can submit a bid that has a lot of stuff on the order list, you get a better price. And I think what Nikon and Red has figured out is like, oh, if we, you know, because we're one company, we could put in our order at once. We can negotiate a better deal. And I'm sure Nikon has a better deal with these sensors, because Nikon doesn't just make the cameras that we use. They make sensors they make cameras for other things. They have technology in other places. Industry stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But when you put in your order, I think that's right. But when you put in your order, now you can drop the price of the cost of the Komodo. Also, when a camera is 3 years old, you figure out all the fluff. You figure out how to produce it even cheaper than what it cost at the original time. And you keep figuring out all these details. You can get the expense down.
Yeah.
So now that Nikon's looking at it, and the Komodo probably on Nikon's spreadsheet is like, meh. Some accountant was like, I mean, we don't really make any money off this camera, but we could cut the price down and that would make us more competitive.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Like, we'll make that money back up in this thing over here.
For sure. Yeah. The Amazon theory of like, even if we sell it at price, maybe we even sell it a little bit under.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
All good.
So,
did we get a new member?
No, it's saying Andy had become a member, but Andy's been a member, so I'm not really sure how that works.
We'll have to figure that out.
But I'm here for it. But yeah, so that's sort of been my initial thoughts on it so far. Jarrell.
Yes.
I think we're about to do it.
Are we ready?
No, I think we're about to do that.
Holy crap.
I know, right? I don't want to say anything until I see it, but chat, y'all know our thoughts on this. I need you to let me know, are we crazy?
Okay.
Are we crazy to think that that this isn't going to be a bad thing? We did it.
We did it.
That's the first time this ever happened. Dude,
crazy. Crazy. Brandon.
Yeah.
You picked the right title this week. We got 201 people rocking with us right now. Hey, instead of negative reinforcement, can we get some claps?
Yes. Yes, I can get that. 200 amazing filmmakers.
201 people on the stream right now, but we only have 67 likes, 74 likes. Remember, Brandon is twerking at 130.
No, Jarrell is twerking at 130 likes. Y'all, Jarrell said it at the beginning. 130 likes. He is twerking.
I'm pretty sure I said
And we
10,000.
have over 130 people here right now.
Pretty sure I said 10,000 and then I dropped down to 500.
What? No, you're at 130, my boy, and they are coming in full force. That's
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Bring in those thumbs up. We
Yes.
really appreciate it. All right, chat. This is time for the actual question. The question we always like to ask.
Yes.
When it comes to the new OG Komodo,
Okay.
and I'll make it easy because I know not everybody has $3,000 to spend. But if
Ooh.
you had,
Are we polling?
oh yeah, let's poll it. We're gonna throw this in the poll. If you had $3,000, you were given a $3,000 shopping spree right now. Let's say we did a giveaway. We're giving away $3,000 to spend on whatever camera you want right now. Are you seriously considering the OG Komodo right now? You have $3,000. If you don't, it's not like you have $3,000 and you can go pay your rent with it. That ain't what we asking. We're saying you got three. You're in the camera store right now with me.
You got a B&H gift card.
I have a $3,000 B&H gift card in my hand, and I say, hey, you can't spend more. I'm giving you a $3,000 gift card. Are you considering that OG Komodo, or are you going to spend that $3,000 on something else? I really want to know what you guys are thinking. Someone says, nah, that's body only. I know. That means you're going to have to probably pick up a couple accessories. But for $3,000.
This man said that's body only, like he didn't just get a free camera.
Man,
I'm going to have to spend $100.
In this hypothetical situation, you're only giving me a $3,000 body? Dude, I got to tell you the funniest thing. So I told y'all on Instagram, I posted about this. I'm going to tell y'all some of the funniest responses I got. All right? Funniest responses that I got. The first one, somebody commented back on my post, and they said, man, I would totally buy this at $3,000, but it's kind of a bummer that the touchscreen monitor doesn't work with it as well. So I guess I'm not going to have to buy this until the KX drops in price. And I'm just thinking to myself, you are bummed that a $5,000 camera dropped by $2,000 because you can't buy a $3,000 monitor to work on it. Like, I'm sorry. Even if the Red Touch monitor could actually work on this thing, do you know how insane it is to have
buy
half
a monitor?
Like the value prop. I mean, don't get me wrong, dope monitor, but the value prop of a $3,000 monitor on a $3,000 camera is kind of insane.
Brandon, you know this. I have a KX, and I am not buying a $3,000 monitor that works on one camera. No, thank you. No, thank you.
No, that's a tough one. I thought that one was pretty funny. So yeah, let me know. Did you put the poll in?
It's in.
Where are we looking right now on the poll?
Ooh, it's not looking. It's not looking. Let's see how many people we got. I mean, it's
I'm sure it's not. I don't think most people are gonna want it.
So 35% of the people said they would get the OG Komodo
right now. Wow,
so
that's pretty good.
67% said something else.
That is crazy. All right, so here are a few of the comments that came through on my Instagram post. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't know if I actually have this set up, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, oh, there it is. You should definitely follow me on Instagram. So that way, because I'll be pulling you guys' comments in. But Philip Lemoyne says, I'm going to wait until it's $199. So he wants it cheaper.
He said $199.
He said, I'm going to wait.
In the year 2045, when they find a relic on Craigslist, it'll be $199.
I know, right? Somebody says the Komodo for the same price as the R5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You don't need to pick. You can have both.
Oh, no, now you want to say you can have both.
That's what I would do.
One of my favorite comments I got said, that's a cinematic price.
Yes.
Do you think $3,000 is a cinematic price?
Brandon, this is crazy talk. Like, think about where we were when we heard Marquez Brownlee literally talk about him buying a Red camera.
Yeah.
When he was like freaking streaming in his dorm room.
Yeah.
And we're like, you spent 50 what? For the brain?
Bro, the way
What?
the way I actually just so y'all all know, like my full story with Red, I had photos like that are still on my phone right now that I just took off the internet of the Red, and I had it as the background of my phone as like my dream board kind of thing. And it was like, one day, we're gonna own a Red. One day, we're gonna do it. That's when the Red was like 60 grand. So it was literally like one day after I buy a house, I have a nice car, and I can somehow convince my wife to let me spend $60,000 on a camera.
On just the brain.
On just the brain. Now people can have that same dream, but it's like for a $3,000 camera, and you get a really good image. Like that absolutely blows my mind.
Genuinely crazy. Hey, Brandon, countdown. 28 likes until twerking.
28 likes, y'all, and Jarrell starts twerking.
No.
Jarrell is twerking at 130 likes. If y'all did not know,
you guys
130
are gonna
likes.
Be sorely disappointed. Actually, how about y'all keep it at 125? Because y'all ain't like that.
Oh, now he's saying y'all can't do it. All right, so if you go call him out, that means at 130 you gotta twerk.
No, I'm not calling him out.
You just called him out.
I'm saying, do y'all want to see Brandon twerking?
No,
Is that what y'all want?
That they are here for you, my boy.
Pause. Is that what y'all want?
Oh my gosh. All right, so where is the poll now?
Oh, it's climbed. It's 37% OG Komodo if they had $3,000 today. 63%.
63% are buying?
64% something else.
Oh, 64% say something else.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So somebody put but it has a S35 crop sensor. Thumbs down.
So does the KX. That is, genuinely speaking, between the Pixis and the Komodo.
Member.
Between the KX, or not the KX, between the Pixis and the Komodo, that is the primary. There might be other differences, but that's the primary difference. Full frame on the Pixis, crop on the Red. But honestly, I got to be honest. Would I prefer full frame? Yes, all the day long. You're only in a tough spot if you bought lenses. If you're locked into your lenses and you don't have wide enough lenses, you're only in a really tough spot. If you don't have lenses, you can now build out with the Super 35 in mind. And I don't know. I've got both. And to me, it's the right tool for the right job. If I genuinely needed the more space, I'm using full frame. Yeah.
Well, I think then maybe the big question, because I'm seeing you guys are sounding off. A lot of you guys are saying getting some different stuff. K. here says, doesn't the Komodo have a global shutter? It does have a global shutter. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
It is.
A global shutter for $3,000.
Take that, A9 III.
How much is the A9 III?
$6,000.
Dang.
It can do photos, though. Komodo can do photos.
Komodo technically can do photos. I mean, you wouldn't want to do it, but you could do it.
I think the A9 III has higher resolution, too.
But no, someone says it's called a speed booster. You cannot put a speed booster. Actually, you can.
You can.
That's right. We've done that.
You can, yeah.
You can put the RF to EF speed booster on there.
You can put that build truck.
And you're back up to dang near. No, don't buy the field trucks.
If you found one before they got sued.
Don't buy the field trucks. But I have the Canon one, and I forgot. I totally did that for real estate one day.
Absolutely.
I shot on I think it was the OG Komodo.
Yeah, I do it on the KX when I need that. 16-35.
That's so true. I totally forgot about that. You absolutely can do that. It would take you to EF. I mean, yeah, to EF, but dude, that's absolutely crazy. I can't believe that's literally where we are right now. That we are in a world where you can buy a Red. Someone says 50 cents per global shutter pixel. Evan. But no, I think it's crazy that we live in a world right now where if you want to shoot on a Red, because I mean, I always talk about the benefits of Red, but I do know that when I talk about the benefits of Red, I'm always a little nervous
Yeah.
Because I'm always saying Red is great.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm also telling people you're spending $5,000 for the body only.
Yeah.
That's a tough place to tell people to get into.
Oh, for
but
sure.
today,
At 3,
I don't feel so bad.
you're in mirrorless range prices and your quality level is going to be insane.
Well, I told you about everybody who reached out to me and was like, oh, I want to buy a new camera. And I'm buying my first camera, and it was a 1DX Mark II, which was $6,000.
Yeah.
I feel like for the people who want to take video production a bit more seriously on a professional level,
Yeah.
they are mentally prepared to at least spend around $6,000 all in for their cameras.
Yeah.
Like whether you're going to buy a C70 or an FX6 or now a Komodo. And this is the reason why the KX was kind of a push, I think, for some people, because it was 10 body only. So a lot of people were like, oh, I really want the KX, but that's a little bit more than I want to spend.
100%.
But I think a lot of people like to live around that $6,000 range.
Yes.
Now you could technically buy an OG Komodo and stay within that $6,000 range. I don't know. Y'all tell me, if you're thinking about buying a new camera, right? What budget do you typically put around that as a professional camera?
Ooh, yes. What are you going to spend on your next camera package?
Yeah, put
down your value in the comments.
Yeah, put your budget, what you would spend on a new camera right now, because that would be pretty insane.
Because we'd like to know, like, even if you're not like professional and like you're not doing this for a living, making money, we do want to know how much money you're willing to spend.
Ron says, I need a KX for $5,000 new. Look, I used to be like, y'all are dumb. I used to tell Jarrell, you're dumb. They ain't selling. Look, y'all ask the world for whatever you want, and the world will probably give it to you at this point, because the world is dumb. The camera industry right now is dumb. Like, if you think this is the last, like, you think Sony's just going to see this news, Blackmagic's just going to see this news, Canon's just going to see this news, and they not going to make adjustments? Like, they ain't got no choice. They got to make an adjustment.
Sony Burano, $899.
Bro, if the Sony Burano comes down to like $10,000,
dude,
I might switch.
Dude,
$10,000, because the Burano is basically like Sony's Raptor.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a $10,000 Raptor with autofocus.
It's wild.
Like actual autofocus, like eye detect autofocus.
Yeah.
I might become a Sony shooter.
That Balkan Blue is about to purchase that Ari, bro.
Yeah, he says next camera purchase will be about $38,000. Oh, do I have it on this one? Oh no, I don't have it on this one. Oh, I gotta get it. Oh man,
not there.
It's not there.
Cha-ching.
That's a bummer. You just make the sound.
Cha-ching. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
So, let's see,
Gus
5,000.
$5,000. Jake says $3,000 plus selling my old gear. I need the total cost, Jake.
Yes.
I need the total cost.
How much you selling?
APC says $5K to $7K brain. So he's looking at a KX.
Matthew said, hold my beer, Balkum.
Jeez. 30 to 40K on the camera? What camera are you buying that still costs $40,000? If it's not an Ari, I don't know what you're doing.
He might be picking up a Venice used.
Oh, well, maybe. 4,000.
Or maybe everything total. I don't know.
10K all in. Still, what camera? A Raptor, maybe? I mean, if you buy the Raptor X for 30,
yeah,
and then you put another 10, you don't even need 10K worth of accessories on the Raptor.
Yeah.
That's still a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
We'll spend 7K plus the Ursa Cine 12K setup. DM Color says 15K all in. So look, this just goes to show
they're ready to buy.
Y'all got the Carlos. Carlos, stop being cheap. We know you're gonna spend more than that.
He's already had an Ari.
Huh?
He already got one. He got it and sold it. So like he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm good.
Mr. Camera Junkie says I'm eyeing the FX3 as my next camera. Dude, the FX3, I have such a love-hate relationship with the FX3 because I love what the camera is. I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I never really told anybody about this, but I actually bought the camera twice. Like I bought it and then somebody else needed it, and so I sold it. basically and just got right out of it, like as soon as I got it. And then an opportunity came up to buy it again.
Yeah.
And so I bought it a second time. And I mean, I buy and sell cameras all the time. But I saw that one. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll pick up that one. And then had that one for a while, but I just never could commit to the E mount. And so I had lenses all over the place. And I was just like, I don't know why I got all these different lenses. Let's just make it simple. But no, the FX3 is still to this day one of my favorite cameras. In fact, if Nikon is listening, Nikon Red, this is the B-Wash Dream camera for you.
Oh.
Make me, this is going to sound stupid, make me a red, and I have to put Nikon in here because they own them, but make me a red, take all of the autofocusing and technology that you have in the Nikons, put it with the red sensor and R3D RAW, just rip off the FX3 body. Just rip it off altogether. I want the XLR top handle, swivel screen, the whole nine, and put an RF mount on it so I don't have to buy a whole bunch of new lenses.
This man is wild.
But if I have to switch, I'll buy some Z lenses for that camera. But
when I asked for a Raptor and a KX body for under 10,000, this man goes wilder.
I don't think that's that crazy. I'm not that wild.
An RF mount.
I know it's not gonna happen, but like, we never thought a $3,000 Komodo would happen. So,
bro, I'm gonna tell you what's
anything.
not gonna happen. There will not be any. Maybe existing cameras will keep RF. I'm not gonna rule that out, but there will be. I don't think there'll be any new cameras, brand new cameras developed with an RF mount.
I don't want. Brandon wants a Z3. I don't want that to be true.
What?
But
the
it's probably true.
The Z9 II has an RF mount.
No, like I mean, like, I don't think there'll be any more. I don't want to say what you said because then it's probably gonna come true. But I really hope that they don't give up on the RF. So
I'll take the bet on RF on new. So I am saying I can see a lineup in which there is a Komodo camera that comes out.
Yeah.
That comes out in RF.
Yeah.
I could see that. A new Komodo. Whether that's a Komodo or a Komodo X.
Yeah.
Or even a Raptor.
Yeah.
Or Raptor X. I could see RF being continued. Primarily because there's just a massive customer base. And when I'm thinking about upgrading, I'm going to upgrade if they make an RF version of a KX2 or a Komodo 2 or whatever. Am I upgrading if I've got to go to Z and switch all my lenses? That's going to be a much harder sell. But when you're talking about sales, I'm upgrading on a new, if y'all still have RF. Now, if they create a brand new product, like a Z6, a ZC6, Nikon Z Cinema camera, ain't no way.
Oh, it only has a Nikon mount on it?
Ain't no way.
Well, see, that's the point that when you said, like, that's the only reason why I want to say, like, I want to fight back against that, like, we won't get any future new RF cameras.
Yeah.
Because you would discontinue the Komodo line.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the only camera line that you currently have that has RF. So I think Scott says Nikon branded will not have RF. Yeah.
Have you seen the new Red cameras? They put Nikon all over it. They're all going to be branded.
No, it's a Red camera that has Nikon branding on it. That's the difference.
It will have Nikon on it somewhere.
Yeah, it will. But what he's saying is if it's underneath the Red umbrella,
I understand.
It could have RF. And I think it should have RF.
Wishful thinking.
I don't think it's wishful. Because here's the thing. You're right. A lot of Red shooters will not upgrade to the newest camera if they can't bring their lenses with them.
Yes.
I don't think they're willing. Oh, snap. Super chat. Oh, y'all figured out what happens. I forgot to make them small. Dave is taking over the stream again.
What up, Chapel?
But I do believe that if Red doesn't make their next line of cameras RF mountable, so many shooters like yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and even me. I'll probably still upgrade, but I'll have to like figure that out.
Yeah.
But like it'll be too much friction
Mm-hmm.
for their existing owners to be able to move with them. Now, what I do think will happen is the next line, you will get an RF version and you'll get a Z version, but the Z version, when it comes to autofocus, will be so drastically better
Mm-hmm.
than the RF version that you will purposefully decide to switch to Z. Not because, and I don't know if they're going to do this, but this is what I think they should do.
Yeah.
They should make the Z mount so much better that you feel like it's a bad investment to stay with RF. And that you make the decision on your own to switch to Z because the autofocus is that much better. And I think that'll take the pressure off of them, and it allows you, if you say, I'm just going to stay with my RF, then you can still have a camera. You'll just have to keep pulling focus manually.
I'd rather go into optimistic future and say the next Red cameras.
Optimistic? You
I would.
Okay.
I would. I'm just saying, like, if we're going to be optimistic, if we're going to be drinking the Kool-Aid, I want a E-mount Komodo. I want a PL mount Komodo. I want an RF. I want a Z. And who else? Who am I forgetting? L mount?
Oh, just get one of everybody.
Yeah.
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 Like Blackmagic.
Just do it. Just
Yeah.
pull a Blackmagic.
And just put everybody in there.
Seriously, because I feel like Nikon can be the anti-Canon
Oh, yeah.
if they did that.
Well, I think I feel like anybody, it's kind of like what I said with Blackmagic, or not Blackmagic, but with like DJI. Anybody can be a DJI shooter, no matter what brand you shoot with.
Yeah.
If they did something like that, then anybody could also be a red shooter.
Yes.
It wouldn't matter what brand you were on.
Yes.
Nova came in with the $5 super chat. He says, Brandon, what is the best way to get into the Nikon creator program? Can you give me pointers or a contact? Trying to change natured narratives. Right? Is that says natured narratives?
Yeah.
That alliteration threw me. Dude, all I can tell you is I don't know. I really don't know. Don't post Nikon stuff, I guess, because that's how they reached out to me. I did not cover Nikon 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about Nikon.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And they reached out because they wanted me to check out the Z9, and then when the Z8 came out, they wanted me to check out that. And so the only advice I can give you is what I did, and that's steer clear. Make great content for other brands, I guess, and then maybe they'll get jealous and show up.
Definitely.
No,
and work. Just continue. Like, obviously, we can't see your channel, but just continue to work on your channel and get so big that
they can't miss you.
They can't miss you.
Yeah. No,
like
that's
Gerald Undone doesn't always say the nicest thing about every camera, but he's so big in the space that it's just kind of like, bro, it's got to come through you. So
yeah, no, there's and it's also just, don't just think about your specific like request from Nikon, but also where do they value? Like where do they benefit to?
Definitely.
So if you can get them eyeballs, you can get them some. This is so funny. I thought about this this morning because I was working on something. I'll show you later. But you remember how like when you first start off as a filmmaker, and like whenever you get a job, what do they want to offer you? They don't want to pay you. They want to offer you
exposure.
For sure. As YouTubers, when brands reach out to us, guess what they're reaching out?
Exposure.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
The thing that I hated off being given is now the thing when it comes to YouTube I sell the most, which is exposure.
Dude,
that's
Brandon.
crazy.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Can we skip a few stories?
Yeah.
Can we skip a few?
You want to?
Because I want to know.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about cameras. We've been talking about budgets. We've
Yeah.
been talking about mounts. We've been talking about all these other things. But my question is, do cameras even matter anymore?
Oh my gosh. Chat, you have got to sound off on this. Actually, chat, I need you to do me a favor. I don't ask for a lot. Actually, I probably do. I asked for 130 likes. And we're only 15 away.
So the audience is like, yeah, I don't want to see that.
What? They don't want to see the twerk.
They don't want to see that.
Yeah, they're gonna leave you at 115.
Work.
But chat, I need you guys to do me a favor. Pull. I know most of you guys probably are just listening. You're going to want to pull out your phone because our next segment is a little visual. Would you say?
Very much so visual.
Very much so visual. So if you haven't already, definitely make sure you pull out your phone and you're looking at it because I'm trying to figure out a few things over here. I had this whole thing kind of like set up. I'm not really sure how do I trigger it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure what's going on here. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay. Here it is. I got it. Whew.
Brandon.
That's weird.
Brandon.
That's super weird.
Brandon, what was that?
I'm not really 100% sure. I'm not sure what the heck happened. Audio gone. What does that mean? What happened? Y'all can't hear us now? Y'all can hear us now.
Yeah, you can hear. What do you mean
Oh,
no
just
audio?
visuals, no audio. What?
No way.
No way.
Do I believe him?
I don't know. I don't know.
What are they saying?
Holy crap. That was super weird. Did you get that?
Did you guys hear audio or did you not hear audio?
No audio on the clip.
What?
Oh, that's such a bummer.
Is that real?
Is that real?
I don't know if I believe you.
I don't know. Do we just...
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you know?
I don't know.
You want to try it?
I can try it. Let's see what
Did
happens.
it mute?
No, I should have. I saw the deals go.
It says no audio with it. They did say no. I could hear it.
Nothing?
How are you guys not hearing it? We see you getting it.
I don't know.
Dude, that's so weird.
I don't know.
All right.
I see the levels. Everything should be coming through. Animation has no audio. Wow. That sucks.
This is how much we don't believe you.
Are you about to go and watch it? Animation has no audio. So go back a little bit.
It doesn't.
That's so crazy. Okay. I'm going to try one more thing.
Bro, where are we?
This feels weird. Like, I feel kind of sick.
How did we get here?
I'm not sure. Do you have anything that can fix it?
I don't have anything I can fix it. Do you have a button or something?
I don't know. Let me see if one of these buttons does something. Dude.
Nothing? How are you guys not hearing it?
Did it work that time?
I don't know. We're about to see.
I don't know.
Oh, they hear it now. Okay.
Y'all, Jerome, do you want to give them a little bit of context of what the heck just happened?
Dude, guys. We know sometimes when we talk about this topic, y'all get a little sad. But we just have to, just for a second. There's no way that we can't talk about a tidal wave that has emanated out of the AI space this week.
Dude. Let me tell
Brandon,
Yeah.
real before you do that.
Yeah.
From the moment that you had the idea
Yes.
to the moment that you hit export,
Yep.
how long did that take?
20 minutes.
Guys, 20 minutes. When we talk about that number, when I ask the question, do cameras, are they even going to matter anymore? That's literally crazy. I have someone that I know in my life that is currently, I don't even know if I want to say this story. They're going to school for a certain degree, and they asked me. They said, "Hey,
Oh,
Terrell."
you got to tell them the degree. You got to say it, the story's not good.
Well,
if you don't say the degree.
I'm not worried about offending this person necessarily. I'm actually worried about the people that are on this audience.
Well,
man.
they need to know the truth. All right, this is uncensored.
All right. I couldn't tell this person the truth then. This person's going to school for digital animation right now. It's he's going to graduate in 2 years. He went to his professor and he asked his professor, he said, "Hey, am I going to have a job when I graduate? And the professor looked at him and said, yeah, I think so. AI's taking a while.
You know what? Here's the thing. Here's how he should have known. The whole purpose, the only thing that school sells you is when you graduate, you will be prepared for a job. You show up for 4 years, and what you're guaranteed is a piece of paper
Debt.
that's but you're guaranteed. This is what they sell you. They don't sell you the debt part. That's the surprise. That's the gift in the box that's behind the door.
We got 50 years worth of payments.
Bro, they sell you this piece of paper with our school's name at the top of it.
Yeah.
With these classes taken, ensure a job when you graduate. That's what they sell you. When you actually get there, you realize that that's not 100% true. But when you are trying to choose the school, that's what they sell you. The fact that his professor told him, I think so, that's like going to McDonald's and saying, I can buy a burger here. And they're like, yeah, you put in your order, and I think you'll get a burger.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If you told me I went into a restaurant and I paid for my food, and then it's like, yeah, I think I'll bring it out to you, I'm rioting on site. On site, I'm turning up.
Yeah.
You're in class and your professor tells you, I think you'll have a job. Get out of here.
So genuinely, I mean this in all kindness. This is not hating on school. Brandon's not hating on school. I'm not hating on school. If I am in school right now, if I'm a freshman, heck, if I'm a senior, 2 years from now, Brandon, 2 years from now, AI is going to be AI. That's stupid right now that you could do that in 20 minutes.
I did. So I know a lot of you guys are asking in the chat.
2 years?
That was literally 20 minutes.
2 years? We're going to be writing our own mangas.
What are you talking about? We ain't writing nothing.
We're going to be producing our own mangas. We are going to be like, there was stories that we couldn't tell that we can now tell in 2025. There's different things that we never had access to that we now have access to. So I guess, Brandon, I think we're going to live stream showing how you do it.
Yeah.
But do you want to talk about the process a little bit?
No, I mean, I can't get into all of them right now because a few of them I don't know, like, I don't know if I can really promote them yet.
Yeah.
But I will say that, like, if y'all didn't see, that's a few different pieces of software. So it's really hard. So, like, D'Andrew asking, what software was that, Brandon? So I'll tell you, I use ChatGPT to sort of help with the images, which is one of the things that, like, I want to bring up a few, y'all, because what was it? Was it Thursday? What day was it? Man.
Yeah, Thursday.
Was it? No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday, I found out about ChatGPT. And y'all, when I say I went through a rabbit hole, I went down a rabbit hole. And it just kept getting crazier and crazier. So I'm trying to find the images that I had found.
So, yeah, that's great. So check this out. So ChatGPT went through a pretty major update for the paid version. And I feel like Brandon Lee said this, that for the unpaid version, it's going to be an update that's going to come soon.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, this update has had a massive quality life of improvement, especially on the photo generation side of things.
Oh yeah, before this, ChatGPT's photo generation was not usable.
Yes.
Like it was atrocious. Y'all, let me just show y'all just like one other way that I actually used it this week. Just because I know I've got filmmakers on here.
Hide your kids.
Don't tell your clients.
Hide your wives.
Hide your clients.
Hide your husbands.
Cause
they taking everybody out here.
Look, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all. So this is an actual photo that I took. I shot a real estate project for a client this past week, an old client that I've shot with for multiple years.
And you know how some real estate agents, they don't want to pay for staging, one,
right?
Because the sale of the house isn't going to be enough,
right?
But then they're like, they also don't like an empty house,
right?
So you pay currently right now for virtual staging. You used to pay for virtual staging.
Y'all, this was made in the new GPT. And I didn't even really do a good job of prompting it. I literally just said, I uploaded the first photo, then I said, can you add modern furniture to this?
Can you put the other one on top of that one so they can see?
Yeah, I can pull it back.
The empty one?
Same photo, y'all.
Like it changes a little bit. Like just little things change. But like it's so good. Now, I don't remember what virtual staging costs, but for all of your photos can run you $100 to $200 for virtual staging. Now, here's a life hack because some of you guys are like, oh, this is so depressing, AI. While you still can, clients get off right now. While you still can, y'all need to charge for virtual staging an actual $100 to $200 add-on if you're doing real estate.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, do you want me to put furniture in this house? Bet. That'll be an extra $150. And you're going to get on ChatGPT. You're going to pay for the paid program, $20, using code Unsensored.
we ain't got
no code. And you were going to make $150 off of your $20 investment.
Dude, even if you just use it, like this is literally how my mindset is going. I just want to get clients paying me for the AI tools so that way I don't have to pay for the AI tools myself.
100%.
Because I'm going to say this because I love our audience here.
Yeah.
I love our audience here. I love you guys and I want y'all to win.
Putting you onto some game.
I'm telling you right now, if you are not creating something for yourself right now, that provides value to others, that builds a community, what are you, like, I would like to grab every single creator I can and shake them because I'll tell you, full transparency, the animation thing that we just showed y'all, it took me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, we sat here and Jarrell goes, we should do it this week. And I, like, this is the honest conversation. Jarrell goes, we should do it this week. Can we do it? And I said, it's probably going to take me an hour to do it. I don't think I have enough time. Jarrell said...
And mind you, this was at 9:30, 9:45.
Yeah, like close... like
before the 11 o'clock
Before the...
show.
Like, so this is like an hour and 15 minutes before the show starts. Jarrell looks at me, he goes, well, you just do it, take the hour.
Yeah.
And then he was going to handle everything else, setting everything up. Y'all, I went back there and started playing because, and like, I have the same skill sets y'all have. I know how to edit. I know how to chop sounds. I know how to pull images. I know how to bring them into an editor and chop something together really quick. Because I have the skill sets of a filmmaker, which are all the same skill sets that y'all have.
Yeah.
It only took me 20 minutes to make that. I had this idea, Jarrell, to do another short film for May the 4th. The problem is May the 4th is just about a week away.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't got time to shoot something.
Yeah.
But if I want to tell a Star Wars story for May the 4th,
yeah,
like the fact that we can tell stories, like if you've got an idea,
yeah,
I don't know how to draw that well.
Yeah.
Don't got to.
Yeah.
I could at least get the story out. Now, somebody asked, can it storyboard yet? It is not there, but it is getting close.
Guys, you know the crazy thing about ChatGPT? Bro, if you got a script and you might have some holes in it, ChatGPT can help you fill in those holes, bro.
Brandon Talbot has officially texted me on the side and has says, I want the deets on this animation.
Now. Guys. Literally, the reason why it looked like anime is just because that's just what, Brandon prompted. Like, make us, look like anime. If it was like, hey, make us look like, I don't know, Legos. We could look like Legos. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
And I'm not saying like this in a sense of, Preston says we need a member stream for the walkthrough. That's actually probably the best way to do it.
Yes.
I think that's the solution.
Yes.
That's the solution.
Yes, that is.
Thank you, Preston.
Yes.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Yes. So not to be self-serving, but if you're like, man, I really want to know how to do that, you can become a member for $5.
Yep.
$5. Go in the description, become a member. We're gonna live stream, show you guys how to do it. But like literally, like even just from like a creative standpoint, even if you don't have like a client sort of deal, dude. Oh man. I just thought about this real estate. I cannot tell you how many real estate agents don't like for their face to be in the video. And I know they have like AI programs, right? Where they have like AI people and they talk.
Yeah.
But bro, you could have that AI person look however you wanted.
Yeah.
Through ChatGPT and then literally animate them into the deal.
So
that's crazy.
I'm going to show you something. Chat, I promise one day I will share this information with you. But check this out.
That's not real?
That's not real.
Dude.
That's not real.
Dude.
You
wouldn't know.
And like there's audio on it too. And I just put a script in there. I didn't say anything.
The background's not real?
The background's real. But look, B-roll coming in, all its own deal.
Guys, seriously, in a genuine way, this is not trying, like, obviously, if you're a digital artist, if you're an artist, if you're a graphic designer, if you are a filmmaker.
Oh, we got new members coming in.
Yes, we do. If you're any of these things, please, please, please don't hear us say, we're excited for this future, like whatever, because obviously, I think Bill Gates said in 10 years, AI is going to replace 90% of jobs, 95% of jobs.
Yeah.
This is the fair warning, knowing that the asteroid is coming, knowing that the tidal wave is coming. It's coming. We need to find ways to adapt today.
Yeah.
And we need to find ways to make money and to literally pivot while you can. Because if you don't pivot, not pivoting is not going to stop the tidal wave.
Yeah, and I want to be very clear. First off, shout out to Preston for gifting out 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Preston, for gifting those out. Preston wants y'all to have the inside. Preston wants y'all to know, be on the no-no. But there was another comment that came in, and it's from Eugene, and it says, copyright issues are bound to rear their heads at some stage. You're 100% right. But here's what I feel like I'm with our people. Mm-hmm. Who, because if you don't like this, you want to bury your head under the sand, that's totally fine. Do your thing.
Yeah.
But the one thing I have learned, I've been in this business for a very long time. If you don't learn how to go with the waves, you will drown. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, right now, whether it's unfortunate or fortunate for you, AI is the current wave. Mm-hmm. And if you can figure out how to use it the way you want to use it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to go and try to take somebody's job or that like AI is going to be the end all be all, because it's not. I've read scripts from ChatGPT. They sound like they're from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But if it can get you 50% of the way and take you from a blank page to at least having an outline of a script that now you can tweak, that just saved you 50% of the time that you had to spend.
Yeah.
So I'm saying right now that like the best thing to do is to learn these AI tools, and they are approaching rapidly, y'all.
Brandon.
Rapidly. If you can figure out these AI tools right now, you will at least make your process easier while you still have the competitive advantage. Mm-hmm. Because in the future, just like I'll be honest with y'all, this whole thing, like ChatGPT now having the ability to turn your image into, this is not new. I've been doing this on Midjourney for like months.
Yeah.
I've been playing in Midjourney for months. It's just so much easier now, which is why you see so many posts out.
For the masses.
I can do it on my phone now.
Yeah.
That is where that's where the opportunity goes away. Because like I already know right now, everybody can download the ChatGPT app. They can pay their $20 for the month, and they can do everything, not everything, but they can do most of what I just did right there, right? Yeah. There's a little bit of extra that I threw in there. I will say, when you get to that place where everybody can just do it, mm-hmm. it won't be as novel, and your opportunity to capitalize will be lower. And I'm just saying that as Big brother Brandon, who just wants to help y'all out. If you want to take the information, if you don't want to take it,
sure.
you know, no biggie. But I've been giving you games since day one, and
for sure,
you've been making more money off of it.
Making more money. Eugene, about the copyright issues, I want to take you back, okay, back to my childhood, back to maybe even your childhood, when we were buying CDs because that was the only way to listen to music outside of the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? Napster comes onto the scene. And obviously, although illegal, Napster changed how we consume music forever.
Yeah.
Literally, it gave it away for free. But once the world had a taste of it, digital music, and I can listen to any music whenever I want to, we were never going back to selling CDs and cassettes and that sort of stuff. And you're only going to listen to what? So what do they pivot to? They pivot to streaming.
Yeah.
Where now you pay $10 a month. You pay nothing a month.
Yeah.
And you listen to whatever you want to, whenever you want to.
Yeah.
So if they can do that to the music industry, bruh.
I'm just saying, I think
ain't gonna be no, like, it might be a concern right now for copyright issues as a potential deal, but look who's backing AI.
The money.
Alphabet. Like, China, the US, Russia, like, who?
It ain't going nowhere. I do like Scott's point. It's a tool. I'm not worried about AI replacing me. And that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I know that this is not a very I know a lot of people don't like this topic in the filmmaking space. I get it.
Yeah.
I do totally get it. But I also get that it is probably one of the most beneficial tools that I have seen come into the industry next to the gimbal. Like, I remember when we could not have gimbals.
Yeah.
Before the Ronin M.
Everybody had that shaky footage.
Like, or you had a lot of money and you had to buy the Free Fly. Or, like, I remember...
Take it back. Take it back to the fly cam.
I remember trying to figure out how to balance on a Devon Super Tramp. Like, I remember those days. So I'm just saying, when these tools come out, look at them, learn them. I'm not saying they have to be for everybody, but, you know, maybe consider them.
Yeah.
Maybe just consider them. I don't know.
For sure.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Hopefully, you guys, you know, I'd be more than happy to share what I'm learning and how I'm using it.
Scott's calling me out. I am saying, Scott, not that they invented something new, but they brought it to the masses. I was 10 years old when I downloaded Napster and the entire catalog of music. I was downloading stinking classical music next to Eminem just because there was a download button that you could just hit, and every virus that was ever known to mankind.
All right, Scott. So I totally hear you. He says, let me ask you this question. Would any of you watch a wildlife documentary about horses that was 100% AI generated?
In 2 years, would you know?
That's not the point I'm making.
No. Scott, I mean this in a genuine way. The obvious answer is no.
Yeah.
But the next, maybe not as obvious answer is, will you know, Scott?
I think you will know. But what I'm saying is...
In 2 years?
What I'm saying... Here's my point.
You want to bet?
I don't know. I don't want to bet. But what I will say, Scott, is no, I'm proud. If you tell me, hey, this is a wildlife documentary about horses that's 100% AI generated, are you interested in watching it? My short answer is no. But if you don't tell me that you used AI to clean up the script, if you don't tell me that the voiceover artist messed up and so one line here or there got fixed with AI, if you don't tell me that the poster was created using some generative fill here and there, like, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying do everything in AI. I don't want that to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am saying is that using the tools to make what you're making better, I think is where we should really be landing with AI, and not just hearing the AI is coming for your jobs. You better go run and figure out how to do something else. I'm going back to welding. Like, no, I'm not saying do that. What I'm saying is start creating the thing you really have always wanted to create, because now you actually have the tools to make that process so much faster and easier. And so when we get to that point, it will make it easier. So
yes, become an opportunist. That's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be opportunist.
Yeah, if you're not talking AI weekly, you're wasting time. Like, I feel like I'm not sure that's supposed to be talking AI weekly for us, but like, I do believe that AI it's here. Filmmakers should figure out a way to use it in a way that you feel best to use it.
Yeah.
I just am trying to warn you guys of what I'm seeing. And just like when I said, once Apple brought AI to the iPhone, I was like, we're about to have a boom. The boom is happening.
Yeah.
It's going to keep happening. So definitely get on it. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, you can totally go back to welding if you're down for that, you know. Oh my gosh. Are we at 130 likes yet? No, we're not at 130 likes.
No, because the audience is...
no one wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. And I'm going to need y'all to start rapidly de-liking, please.
No, don't do that. They actually will do it.
I'm going to need at least 10 people to rapidly de-like because we are too close to Brandon shaking that thing.
Jarrell's going to throw it back for y'all on camera.
Logan.
Oh,
oh gosh. My number's the same.
I genuinely have to go to the bathroom.
Y'all are
look, there come the dislike.
Pause.
Oh my gosh. Fox says too many people care about the generative abilities of AI instead of finding ways to use it to remove the boring / obnoxious tasks that filmmakers go through regularly. I do think that that's the whole point. It's like you got to find the AI tools that help you in the areas that you need help.
Yes.
I am dyslexic. I am chronically dyslexic.
Yeah.
Y'all see it happen live here on the show. When I read out loud, see, I can't even speak. When I read out loud live here on the show, had to do it slow, bars. It's literally using every ounce of brain power I have. So I use ChatGPT and I use Speechify to just help my writing process so I can communicate my ideas better to other people. That's all I'm saying.
Brandon.
Find the tools that help you.
Brandon, you're doing a lot of talking.
I got to go to the bathroom.
Brandon, you're doing a lot of talking.
I genuinely have to go to the bathroom.
Brandon, you're doing a lot of talking.
This has never happened before.
Get up and show the people what they came here.
I literally need you to take over the second topic on the board, because if I don't go to the bathroom right now, they're going to get a different show that they definitely don't want to see.
I got it.
All right.
Do I got it?
I don't know. Chat, final thoughts from you. AI, are you in or are you out? Make it a poll. Make it a poll.
What, Charles? We're trying to get that. We're trying to get that Red Bull sponsorship.
Yeah, we've been trying to get
a
Red Bull
Coke
sponsorship.
or Dr. Pepper.
I've been trying to get this Red Bull sponsorship forever.
All right, what's
Make
the
it
poll?
a poll. AI, are you in or are you out?
Dude, we already know that they're out.
I don't know. I think realistically they're in. I think genuinely they're in. But I don't think anybody wants to really... I feel like... You know what AI feels like right now? This is a weird comparison. I feel like AI right now...
He said he had to pee, but he can't twerk.
I do. AI feels like steroids. Everybody's using
PEDs.
it. Everybody's using it. Nobody wants to admit to it because it makes you sound like a cheater.
Cheater.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger was like, I'm not a cheater. I'm not a cheater. And then he was like, I'm a cheater. Like, I genuinely think
Lance
that's what
Armstrong.
it is. I think that's what it is. I think people are afraid to use it because it makes them sound like a cheater. It sounds like steroids.
Yeah.
Like, if you make a video and then someone's like, whoa, did you use AI to make that? It's kind of like saying, oh, your camera takes really good photos. It just makes it feel like you did less.
Yeah.
Like if a client, like you do a video for a client and they go, did you edit that or did you use AI?
Yeah.
And if you did use some AI, you're going to be like, well, I use a little AI here and there, but I did the work. It makes you come off as a cheater versus if you were to say, I did not use AI. Then it's like, whoa, okay, you are good.
For sure.
I think that's the thing.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm really sorry that y'all, Gary, I can only imagine as an artist right now how this makes you feel. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sad for you. But I also think I'm not as talented as you. So
Yes.
I'm sorry,
100%.
Gary. It's AI. I think it's a tough spot. It puts a lot of filmmakers in a really, really tough spot. It puts a lot of creatives in general in a really tough spot. But Gary, I wonder as an artist, I'll ask you this question and then I'm going to go to the bathroom because this is going to be a problem. So I'll read your answer when I get back. As an artist, do you feel like it's cheating if you design a character and then you feed that into the AI system to be able to get the different angles of that character? Because you created the character from scratch, but now you're just using AI as a tool to be able to give you your character model. Is that cheating? I would love to know what an artist thinks about that. All right, Jarrell, it's got to be on you for a minute.
It's got to be on me. Well, there will be no twerking while it's on me. If there's twerking, we're going to be doing it together. All right. So kind of answering that question, I think for me, I'm going to take this from the kind of the vantage point of not being an artist, like not being someone that can draw. And there's like a piece to me that like, obviously, I think to me, it would be cheating if I was trying to come off as a graphic designer or an artist. Like if I was telling the world, like, look at these beautiful drawings that I make and look at what I can create from my mind or from my skill or from my hands, when there are so many talented people like Gary that literally go out and they have a concept, they scale it, they shade it, they color it, or however you do it, and they make something great. When you do that, I do feel like you are cheating if you're literally talking about people that like actually do it from scratch. But I think like to me, I don't feel like I'm a cheater when I go on YouTube, when there's something breaks on my car, I watch a YouTube video, figure out how to do it, and then fix something on my car. I don't feel like I'm cheating mechanics, like sort of deal. Now, obviously it's not a perfect example, but it is more to say I'm not a artist, I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an animator, I'm not able to do those things, but now I have tools available to me to be able to create ideas and things that I did not have the ability to do. Now, I hope that one day, if I ever get in a position to be like a big production house and I have a big idea, that I could pay people to be able to do that. But like right now, I think the reality is for a lot of us, we're just, I don't know, like we only have so much money. We only have so much budget. We only have so much time. And just trying to create something that otherwise we'd have no ability to create. I don't feel like it's like cheating, just me personally. But let's see what you guys think. Now, I don't have Brandon's fancy mouse, but I'm going to go through your comments so we can see. All right. Actually, I'm going to grab his fancy mouse. All right, looking at your guys' comments. Okay. It is. So Banana says, I think reality TV and AI are a lot closer than you think. Most people will tolerate it or not notice a difference. Yeah, going back to Scott's original comment. And then Giovanni says, the problem is the future. Why would a kid pick up a pencil and learn how to draw when they can use AI? Yeah, I do think that that is going to begin to shift things, like in how people, like what people learn. Like,
I don't think so, because I mean, computer generated like cartoons have already been a thing, but some people still learn how to draw through 2D animation.
no, I'm not saying that, but I do think that there is going to be a certain level of, will children or people develop the skills and talents when it can just be done for them on a phone? Will they take the time to figure it out?
I think so.
Some people will.
I think at a professional level, you'll have to, like, because like even with the AI stuff, like, did Gary ever answer my question about using? Go down a little bit. She's right there. I don't think so. AI can be used for good, like Dune. They used it for the eyes to track. Yeah. So like, scroll down again. She commented again. I just want to see if that's it. I just don't believe everything.
Oh no, for sure.
Should go that route. Yeah, and so like that's where I'm saying I genuinely think like if you watch the clip that we just made, it's only tolerable for a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fully AI stuff is only tolerable for for short bursts, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think anything is going to be I don't think anything of quality will be 100% AI generated. I just don't think so. Because you have to have a certain level of human imperfection that computers just don't do very well. And I like every time I've tried like a handheld shake effect or whatever on like an editor, it still just looks robotic. It doesn't look like that
for sure.
that human nature. And there's so much data.
So when I think about a show like this, because we talked about this yesterday, when I think about a show like this, live, part of the reason why we feel like you guys
Tell
like
me why
this,
I'm like sitting here, I'm like, where's my mouse?
The reason why I feel like you guys like this and the reason why we personally like this is because we're connecting.
Yeah.
Like
there's real connection.
Real connection. Now there might be some bots on this stream, and if you are, get off right now. But for everybody else, like we're real people. I don't think that this show could go AI in the sense that it's just like
no.
We're like literally like because it's kind of like to Scott's deal, like could we do an AI generated Brandon, AI generated Jarrell, and then can real people interface with that AI? Like, even if it was possible, I don't think people would like it.
Yeah.
I do think that there is something for something that is not like a documentary, live show. No. Fan fiction? Fun?
Yeah.
I do think that there's going to be like nothing should ever fully take over. Like even right now, if you said to me, can the only movies we watch be something that's taken on a video camera? I would say no. There needs to be animation. There needs to be, like, I don't know, like there still needs to be theater. There still needs to be actors and plays and all sort of stuff. But I would say on a deal, their AI is going to create a lane. And it's going to create a very big lane.
Yeah.
And while we need other things, AI is going to make a big one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. I know there's a lot of hot takes when it comes to AI. I definitely want to continue to learn more.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about the industry. I want to see how we use it because I think it's going to be like a pendulum. Everybody's using it for everything right now because they want to see what's possible. But I think just like most things, it'll swing back and we'll find that balance.
For sure.
We'll find that harmony somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
It'll become the tool that we use. And to a point that somebody else said.
Before Skynet launches the nukes, though.
Oh, my God.
Hopefully.
I'm not going there with you.
Hopefully.
I'm not going there with you.
Bro, I believe in Skynet more than I don't know how to say that correctly. I think the possibility of Skynet happening is greater than the low factor of us landing on the moon.
Okay, so now everybody is officially leaving the stream.
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
He's a moon denier.
No. You know what conspiracy theory sent me down the rabbit hole though?
What's that?
On Tuesday, all the new stuff about the pyramids.
Dude.
I did like 2 hours.
Dude.
I did 2 hours, y'all.
Dude.
2 hours.
Brandon and I have a very similar algorithm.
Bro, 2 hours.
So I got
pyramid talk.
I got a friend that
we can't stay on this topic.
We won't. We will
lose the entire
just
stream.
for a second.
Gus says the Earth is flat.
Okay. So we're at 157. So let's just mark it 157. If it drops below 137, we'll stop talking about this.
No, because then they're gonna leave.
No.
Hold
on. I'm building suspense. It's growing.
Oh
okay.
my God.
So I had a friend for his 50th birthday. Just went to Mexico. Took a hot air balloon ride over the pyramids.
Yeah.
And I literally looked at him and I said, he has a picture of it in his office. And I said to him, I was like, this isn't weird that there's pyramids in multiple places. over multiple, like in different times. I'm not saying it's aliens. I'm not. I'm just saying, explain it to me that continents separated by great bodies of water, different people weren't intercontinental traveling. Why are there pyramids in multiple locations throughout the world? Tell me.
Look,
there's pyramids in Scotland. We're still at 157. You got some time.
Dude, we're not going to hold. Giovanni says, what pyramid stuff? Dude, I'm just going to tell you, go look up the scans. Go look up the scans.
Like what's underneath it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Have you looked up those scans?
We get fed the same algorithm stuff.
Okay. I'm not saying it's aliens. But the Bible talks about beings that we don't understand. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We're holding that 157. There's pyramids in China.
Why is China hiding? Is China hiding pyramids?
Dude.
If China had, because they scanned them earlier. They already know what they do. They turned it on.
Dude, was it the power plant stuff? Yeah, for sure.
All right, Ron doesn't like this. Ron says it's BS. Okay. Hey, to each his own.
It's all from a journal without peer review.
Hey, to each his own. To each his own.
I reviewed it.
Israel, you're right. We need a conspiracy theory podcast. We need a podcast where we could talk about this stuff and not feel like we're going to offend y'all who don't. Because, I mean...
here's the deal. We're not standing on business.
No.
Nobody's saying we know what it is.
I'm not putting money to it.
I'm not putting money into anything. Like,
I'm
there's no reason for
anybody.
There's no reason for anybody to get offended. Like, honestly, because we're just like, y'all don't see no weird stuff? He cuts to me.
Look, I'm just saying.
That's every uncle at every family reunion or Christmas or Thanksgiving. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to read this, but...
What is that? Giants built the pyramids, but y'all not ready for that.
I'm just saying.
You know what's crazy, Brandon?
What?
So obviously, I was like having this conversation with my friend, and I was just like, why have we not tried to rebuild them in the ways that they built them?
We have.
To try to prove it. And at the time, we were like, I don't know why we haven't, blah, blah, blah. We did. We tried to build miniature pyramids with modern equipment and failed.
Yes. Dude, even getting the stone. Okay, see, I could go down this rabbit hole.
Scott, that is one theory. Not even theory. That's one thing that my friend said. He just basically said the reason why the pyramids survived, the reason why they're in Mexico and Egypt and all the other places in the world is because
it's the only one that could make it.
Yeah, it's the only one that could make it. Okay? All right. Explain Stonehenge, Scott. Scott. I'm just fine.
All right. We do have other real topics. We are down to 150. We need to kill the...
156. Thank you guys for not losing.
They're gone.
Thank you guys for not... Hey, Brandon, you got to give the people what you told them you would give them.
What I say?
This man said he was twerking.
I said you were twerking for 130.
Well, don't promise what you can't deliver.
I don't get it.
You better stand up. We'll stand up together.
Can you hear the music?
Remember when we said take your phones out? Put your phones back in your pocket.
Get it, Jarrell. Nope. Get it. This is our gift for going so far off topic for y'all.
Dude, and this isn't taking it further?
Oh yeah, we're gonna lose them all right now. Because next, what we want to talk about, I only want the real fans for.
Porter's not here.
I'm gonna get him with the Tina Belcher. You know the Tina Belcher?
Are you dropping it?
Tina Belcher?
They say no music right now.
Oh, that sucks for y'all.
How's that possible?
Oh, you know what it is? God dang it. I made some adjustments. I did. Preferences.
So we were just dry twerking?
Dry twerking is mind blowing. All right, y'all should be able to hear music now. Let me know if y'all can hear music now. Can y'all hear the music now?
It's been a little while since we've had a original concept come out.
Is the music on?
Dry twerking. One more time for the people.
Yeah, dry twerk. Can y'all hear the music now? Can y'all hear the music now? Is Jarrell hitting it to the beat for y'all? Oh yeah, music is live now. Oh bro, you gonna throw it.
Brandon's the dancer. He's the dancer.
That's that free. It's that free.
that free.
Bro, that's the cheapest we've ever danced for. Likes.
That is the cheapest. We are a cut rate podcast.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing?
Hector, I don't know what you came to. I don't know.
Hector, you showed up at the wrong time,
Seriously.
bro.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
know. That's why I said I only want the real fans here. Everybody else, y'all can go. Before I throw it back.
If they didn't leave after the pyramids and the twerking, Porter is not here to do the bending. Yes, I'm gonna be filing a lawsuit with Porter for sexual workplace harassment.
Oh my gosh. Banana says AI is bringing down the value of everything, even twerking on the channel.
We've been twerking for a long time.
Hey, you must be new
I would
here.
like to say that wasn't a true statement, but we've been twerking for a long time.
Oh my gosh. Like the way
Derek, pause, man. Really?
I can't
Really?
This man said I came for the twerk. Oh my gosh. Am I waiting? I am waiting. AI censored. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Brandon got the electric vertebrae. The elastic vertebrae. Bro, that's the Tina Belcher. You ain't seen Tina Belcher? Oh my gosh. That's so funny. All right.
New cameras came out.
New cameras did come out.
Quite a few.
And I have a confession, but let's talk about the cameras first.
Okay.
And then I'll give you my confession because I haven't even told you.
Yes. So Canon came out with 2 new cameras this week. And we're not saying opinions yet. Canon came out with 2 new cameras this week. The Canon EOS R50 V and the PowerShot V1. Now, these cameras, there was some sprinkling on the internet about what they are. Let's kind of catch you up a little bit about what they are. The R50 V, it's a 24 megapixel camera, CMOS sensor, and it's actually the entry level sort of like in their Rebel, but like a mirrorless camera for Canon. Interchangeable lens, RF, and C-Log 3, which is actually kind of insane.
With 10-bit.
With 10-bit. Very crazy. All right. And then we have the PowerShot, which is their point and shoot compact camera.
Yeah.
Smaller sensor. Was slightly smaller than a Micro Four Thirds. But once again, really crazy in this camera. Internal NDs.
Right.
Which I just want to pause. I know that I'm supposed to be just saying specs right now, but like Pixis can't have internal NDs.
God.
FX3 can't have internal NDs. R6 Mark II can't have internal NDs.
Yeah, but when you only have to ND a sensor that's like that big, it's much easier to do.
Brandon,
like no,
we got a $2,000 price drop on the Komodo. I don't want no excuses no more. Y'all camera companies got y'all brainwashed into thinking that magic can't happen. Bring the magic, dog. That Pixis is huge. The C70 has internal NDs. If a PowerShot point and shoot can have 3 stops of ND, which isn't a ton, but it's nice. It's something. Yes. So, Brandon, your thoughts on the point and shoot and the entry level Rebel?
So when I saw the point and shoot, I first said, "There's no way this camera could be $1,000."
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would have been a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they listened. They paid attention. They watched our show. We told them exactly what to do, and they brought the price down on it. What's the exact price? It's like 800 and something for the PowerShot.
Gonna look that up.
Okay, double check me. But I know it's less than $1,000, which I thought was absolutely a necessity, because I just feel like for a point and shoot camera, if you're competing
$899.
If you're competing against phones, you got to be cheaper than phones.
Yes.
And at $899, they did a great job. I'll be honest. The 50V, I was never interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw the price,
yes,
give them the price of the 50V. Come on, Drew, I'll be ready.
I'm slow. $649.
Now give them the price, body only.
$649.
$649 is body only.
Body only.
Y'all. $649. Body only.
Yes.
Listen to me. This thing shoots 4K video, 10-bit.
4K 60.
I get it. It has a crop sensor. So what?
Yep.
Jarrell, I put an order in.
You put an order in?
I put an order in.
You put an order in? Wow.
I put an order
Dude.
in. I'm not talking I'm buying. Look, at that price, I was just like, this thing would be a phenomenal BTS camera. This I primarily got it for the boys, because they've been looking at, getting a camera, and I already got so much RF lenses that I was like, oh, this is an easy throw a 16 mil lens on there, vlog, and or throw it on DJI's super cheap gimbal and let the boys play.
Yeah.
I mean, at that price, I can't believe they did it that low.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I watched Peter McKinnon's video, and I was actually like blown away is too hyperbolic. I wasn't blown away like, oh my gosh, this is something I've never seen before. But I will say I was blown away for the quality at that price point.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is matchy. This is matchy. This looks good.
And it has the, y'all know I'm big in the live streams right now. It's got the actual live stream button on it that allows it to put out an actual live stream feed. Like, I believe this will be, as dumb as this may sound, Frank says no audio. What are our audio? Our audio's fine. I think he's behind.
Maybe.
Frank, double tap and catch up to live. But I think, genuinely for me, when it comes to professional content creator cameras, I believe you gotta get like this 50V will be the pro content creator camera. Yeah. Like when you talk about the best camera for YouTube, I think the 50V is gonna be that camera, kind of like the M50 was for a really long time. But it's even better now because it's got a lot of the pro video features, and you can use different lenses. Yeah. But then if you want just like the quick, do it all, don't have to think about anything vlog camera, the PowerShot's going to be that camera. I think these two cameras, I will say, I was not very interested in these cameras whatsoever. Yeah. Before the drop. I was more interested once they actually came out.
Fan person.
Huh? Shut up.
Dude, I used to feel like there was a quality difference between their low-end entry PowerShots. I feel like they've made the gap of quality gap between their mirrorless line and then their entry stuff. And so, like, to me, if I needed a B, C, D cam, I would have no problem introducing this camera in as a secondary or a third angle to something. I think that this fits, especially with the addition of C-Log 3. C-Log 3 isn't the best, like, in terms of their, like, C-Log 2 is better than C-Log 3. But the fact that I can literally, I've got C-Log 3 on the R6s, I could literally, well, and obviously we'd have to get, like, testing. So, like, I'm not saying that, it'd be a perfect match. But if we're being honest, it's probably going to be real close. And I can get it for $649. And then if it's all my lenses, like this is that sort of compatibility and ecosystem that I'm talking about.
I'm stuck in the garden. Yeah.
We got that. You on Canon? You own it.
Yeah, it's making it tough, and I'm not gonna lie. The new OG Komodo is coming down to 3,000. It's locking me in the garden
Seriously.
even more.
We got that Apple arrest.
Dude, it feels like I'm being kidnapped. I will say, fan in this thing, clutch.
Yes.
Putting a fan in there lets me know that this camera was really designed for live streaming, because it's like, okay, now we've got a camera that you can live stream on. It will not overheat. Fingers crossed. It's a wild camera for the price.
So
somebody commented earlier.
Hold on, before we get to their comment,
Yeah.
I just need to expose you for a second. Not the way that you think that I'm going to expose you. Guys, do you guys remember, this is a throwback to when Brandon was like, micro four thirds, ain't nobody care about no Lumix, ain't nobody care about no micro four thirds. Both these sensors are smaller.
Wait, you said it was a crop sensor, like a Super 35 size. I thought it was APS-C.
They're both smaller than micro four thirds. Oh no. I'm talking about the PowerShot. Sorry.
Yeah, the PowerShot is.
The PowerShot.
And again, to be clear, it's not just the micro four thirds sensor.
Hold on, let me look up.
Because I know the micro four thirds sensor is capable. I'm not a fan of the mount, but I've made it work before. I'll put a speed booster on it.
Let me see what this is. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It's Super 35.
Yeah.
He still don't like Lumix though.
I don't have a problem with Lumix. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be allowed to go Lumix's booth while we're at NAB. Like, I'm sure they're going to have guards up, just basically keeping us away.
It is going to be so awkward going by their booth.
Y'all just wait. Post NAB. Jarrell is switching to Lumix. I said it here first. Y'all heard it. It's happening.
But dog, if
Jarrell switching to Lumix.
When I go to NAB, if they put one in the hand, oh, we'll shoot it. We'll shoot it.
Oh my God.
Ain't no mistakes. We'll give it a shot.
No pun intended. We'll give it a shot.
Put it in my hand.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you're not a Canon person, I can't imagine these cameras mattering to you at all. You know what other camera came out this week that doesn't matter at all?
This camera matters to no one.
Like five people.
Yeah, seriously. 5 DPs.
Oh my gosh. No, it's crazy. On top of Canon releasing 2 new cameras.
Gus, I didn't say that I'm going to switch to Lumix. I said put a Lumix in my hand and I'll shoot with it. Gus, I'm pretty sure right now, if I gave you a Pixis, you would not put it in the trash. You would shoot with it.
No, I think so let's go back to the Sony. So Sony came out with their attachment. It's a $25,000. Is that right? $25,000?
$25,000.
But you have to already own a Venice and you have to attach it. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This ain't really worthy of a really long conversation because like Gus says, yawn. Don't nobody care. 5
Bro,
people.
don't you need a Venice?
Yeah.
So hold on, because I don't know what the price is. I know what the near price is.
I'm sure it's incredible technology.
Oh, if you gotta ask, you can't buy it. They don't even have it says it's in stock. They don't have the price on B&H.
Okay, that's how you know something's expensive. When you go to B&H's website.
Cannot be ordered on the web.
Yeah. They're like, we need to talk to you.
Hold on one sec.
We need to talk to you, run a credit check, and know if you've had kids, because we got to take at least one of them.
Okay, how much is
collateral?
How much does this Venice cost? Is there really not $82,000? So you first need a $82,000 camera to buy a $25,000 extension. Anybody care about this?
Some people do care. I will say the Venice does make a beautiful image, and this is going to be fantastic as a tool for those creators, like for those movies, like we talked about, using it as using it in the plane for Top Gun, and like this is a phenomenal piece of tech, and I do like the idea of them saying, okay, we don't want to miniaturize what the camera can do, so you have to attach it to a Venice to do all the processing, but then we can send the signal out separately and sit the camera in a really weird place. That is very, very cool technology. I am totally here for the tech. I just don't know, in a world where we talk about how the movie industry is sort of struggling, how many people are really using that tech?
Bro, you should have already had a Venice, and I guess if you already had one, maybe.
Venice 2.
Venice 2.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I had $82,000, a Venice 2 would not be on the list.
Yeah, let me see.
No disrespect,
Let's
Sony.
See. So what's that? You
Like
said 82,000?
If you gave it to me, we're going to shoot on it. But, geez. That's
27 OG Komodos, my boy. we putting cameras everywhere. Cameras are going all over the place.
Will Baxter is so true. It's kind of crazy how much it costs when the Ronin 4D Flex is somewhat similar and way cheaper.
Yeah, but it's not. You can't take the camera off the 4D and go stick it somewhere else.
Oh, I figure a way. I figure out a way.
Wild.
To not spend $82,000.
Someone says, finally, my stealth fighter jet can get the coverage I've been craving.
Dude, I'm going to sit in the pilot's lap with the Ronin 4D. That's how we shooting it.
But hopefully we will. I like what Jason's saying. Think of the trickle-down tech from the Burano and FX series. It would be nice. If you can do that, it would be nice to see that trickle down. So I'm already here for it. I'm down for the tech. I'm just not buying the camera.
Guys, what are you shooting? Like,
I don't think anybody here.
Anything? No. I know, but I'm saying if it trickled down to other camera systems, what would you need an extension for? Like, I'm trying to imagine what would I use an extension for?
Oh, I wouldn't need it. But like, if you're shooting like Hollywood movies and you want to stick the camera in
no,
places,
but we're saying like hopefully it trickles down.
Yeah.
What would it trickle down to? Let's say the FX6 Mark II can do this too. What are we shooting?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm not necessarily saying I want that piece to trickle down.
Oh, okay.
Like the detachability. But if they're able to put this type of tech into such a small package.
Oh, I see.
That means that cameras they can make smaller cameras.
Gotcha.
And because if you don't need like a full FX3, you can get slightly better processing, but you don't need a whole Venice body to process FX3 footage. So that just means FX3 can just get smaller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's the type of technology that I'm looking for.
For sure.
Someone says, I thought you could detach the camera unit on the 4D. I don't think you can, but I could be wrong.
I know that you can replace it. Like you can swap the head for the 8K, but keep the camera.
Yes.
But I don't know if you can detach it and use it out.
Now that's the way I want to keep seeing cameras get improved is stop making me buy a whole new camera. Just allow me to send it in, put the new sensor in, and then send it back.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty sick. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
DJI's got that one down. All right. We got some pretty big news.
Yes.
I'm super excited. We'll have more details going into next week. But for those of you guys who are going to NAB this year,
it is coming up fast.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. We literally leave for NAB.
1 week?
Next Friday will be our NAB episode. It'll be our episode where we will give our final thoughts on what we think will come out. We will guesstimate. I don't know if that's the right word, but we will hypothesize what we think we'll see. We'll also ask you guys what you want us to see and cover. We're going to be at NAB Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we may show up on the floor on Wednesday, but we fly back on Wednesday. We're also going to be hosting Uncensored live from the floor on the Monday of NAB.
Yes.
So we're going to have a couple bonus episodes throughout the time that we are at NAB. So if there's anything specific y'all want us to cover, if you have questions, if you have brands you want us to hold to the carpet and ask those questions you've been wanting to know, let us know what questions you want us to cover while we're at NAB, because we will be sharing all that information and possibly doing some bonus streams while we're out there if we can figure out the whole internet thing, because, that's that's a whole nother deal.
Yes. So let us know in the chat if you guys are going to NAB, because while we are having a NAB show, you guys can literally go there, be there with us while we're doing the show.
Yes. Also, I'm not sure if they've officially announced this yet, but I don't care. Only the real ones are with us right now anyway.
Yes.
We are also going to be partnering. So we're doing our show at Amaran's booth, but we are also partnering on the same night to do a creator meetup at the In-N-Out Burger on the Strip. And dinner is covered.
Yes. You guys like free food?
Yes.
Free In-N-Out Burger?
So we will be doing a uncensored meetup at In-N-Out with free food. A bunch of creators are going to come hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to be hanging out. There's not a show that night, but we're just going to be hanging out. Just a chance for creators to get together, have some fellowship, and just get to talking. So if you are in the NAB area, if you're in Vegas, or you're planning on going out there, or you're on the fence on going out there, trust me, you're going to want to be there Monday. Monday, we'll be doing our show from the floor.
Yes.
As well as Monday night, we will be hosting the creator meetup with Amaran, doing some giveaways and giving out some free food. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What do I need to do to enter?
Enter what?
The giveaways.
For what?
Me personally.
What? No, you don't qualify. If you are an employee, you're an employee.
They got some stuff I want.
The Uncensored brand.
They got a few things I want.
Oh my gosh! But no, it'll be a lot of fun. Will said may fly out there just for the free food.
Just for the food. Just for the food.
It'll be totally worth it. Mike says, "What time?" All right, so check this out. We are going to be going live from the floor on Friday at 12:30. I'm sorry, on Monday.
Yes.
We're going to be going live from the floor at on Monday at 12:30 Vegas time. And then I'm trying to pull it up on my phone right now. And then the dinner will be at the In-N-Out. That's literally on the Strip. And it is going to be at 6:45 Pacific time.
Yes. And what, Charles? NAB is not public. You need a ticket for it. But In-N-Out Burger is free.
Yeah, and
public.
NAB is pretty it's, I mean, you can get in for free.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways.
Yeah. Just don't, like, is it safe to say don't just show up and try to figure it out, but figure it out before you go?
Yeah.
Because they won't just let you, like, walk in.
Yeah. You can, but you can register online for free. Actually, I need to make sure. I don't think we're registered yet. I need to contact Amaran.
We swear.
I need to contact Amaran. Can you get me our tickets? So it's gonna be fun. I bet Brandon will be reading from the book of Red, chapter 1, verse 1 during the fellowship at the In-N-Out.
Dude, I love me some In-N-Out because we're in Texas. I have been slowly converted to Whataburger, but I have a soft place in my heart for In-N-Out. They're just a little far. Far.
They're very far from me. The burgers are great. I know some of y'all are trashing the fries. The fries are not the best. But free food.
Yes.
So come on. Free food. We're going to just get a chance to hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited. Hey, you guys saw the Final Cut Pro 11.1 update for
Preston.
I don't know.
Get to 2 o'clock in the morning. Get to 2 o'clock in the morning. And Whataburger is chef kiss.
Bro, get to any time at all. Whataburger is chef kiss.
But it be tasting better when everything's close.
It's, well, because you're hungry at that point. Of course. But no, hopefully you guys can make it to NAB. It's going to be so much fun. Not only are we going to be doing the show, but obviously we're going to be walking around, going to be hanging out with other creators. It's going to be a blast. So make sure y'all get ready to set your calendars. Not next week, but the week after that, y'all going to be annoyed of us because we're going to be on the internet nonstop.
Yeah, fully animated. Fully animated, uncensored.
Yeah, we're too tired when we fly back. We'll just do a fully animated episode. Oh my gosh. Okay, dude. I'm done with you, Preston. I left that on the stream for way too long. I should not have given you nearly that much praise. Yes, it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great time. We can't wait to hang out with you guys. Hopefully some of y'all can actually make it to NAB. It will be a blast.
Dude, Brandon.
Yep.
We have something very cool coming up that we're not going to necessarily talk a crazy ton about.
Yeah.
But we got some really awesome things coming up really soon.
Yeah, I wrote it on the board because I wasn't sure how much we should tease, but then I also kind of let it slip on Tuesday's stream.
Yes.
We're
going to Jamaica. No, we're
not. Let's just say if you were around.
We should have had the teaser, bro. We should have
had
the video. You got the video?
I might.
Can you play it for a second?
Yeah, if you got to tease them for.
All right, so guys, last year we did a red workshop. It was crazy. Like when we were planning it, it was like kind of like one of those things that was like, we know a few things. We want Red to come out. We want their instructors to come out. We want to rent out a studio. We want to have so many different things happening. We want dancers. We want people, fitness influencers. We want we want to shoot on the LED wall. We just want to do so many different things. We want it to be instructional. We want it to be hands-on. It's going to be a great time. We had some people, some sponsors decide to come through and literally like pay for people's tickets and bring gear and all sorts of things. It was crazy. We never thought that it was going to be what it literally became. It was so genuinely insane. This year, we're deciding to run it back. It's not going to be a Red event because as filmmakers, we care so much. Like, we don't care what you shoot on. But we want to give y'all a small taste of what last year. I don't know if we're going to play the whole video, but like, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we might be able
to. We want to show you guys literally what it looked like last year, to like literally know that this is going to be something that we're going to be doing again, and want to invite you guys out to be a part of.
All right, let's see if I can run it. I don't know why I can't stop freaking out. I'm freaking out. So if you are someone who's never used a Red before, you're going to walk away today feeling very confident.
I'm a new business owner. I'm really trying to get out there. And so the event one being free was huge opportunity. On top of that, like the quality level is way higher than any other event I've been to.
Some people are brand new to cameras, like, oh, I just got my camera, and they're googly-eyed at seeing the power of what this camera can do. That to me is the real win.
I have been looking for an event to go to like this, and it was so amazing to like meet Brandon for, I've been following Brandon for so long and meeting the Red crew.
I think it's awesome that people can come out here and get to test out this brand new equipment.
I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I learned stuff here that I haven't seen yet.
Anybody that has access to this, like, come, and I even gonna bring other friends.
I thought I knew a lot about my camera until like I got to actually get, to talk to the crew that put together this camera.
Like, this was an awesome opportunity to see, like, not just a Red camera, but the cutting edge Red cameras out there.
It's fucking awesome. It's cool. Excuse my language, but it's sick to come out here to see the facility. And I think it's really important to kind of see the community, especially in Houston, such a big city. And there is a film community here. And I think this is one of the steps that can build that.
For me, it was like, okay, how do I help people take that educational or make that educational gap without feeling like they need to rent the Reds themselves, or without renting the lights themselves, or without trying to orchestrate talent. See you guys next time.
Brandon.
Next time's coming up soon.
Next time's coming up soon. We can't tell you too much, but all I can tell you is when we did that event, Jarrell Peak did not have a red. We did that event. Jarrell Peak has a red. I'm just like,
look,
come to the event.
We're just planting the seed. This is for, like I said, this is for
it's coming.
The real crew. So
it's coming.
Just know
it's coming.
We got a lot of stuff coming on. Y'all are gonna want to definitely just keep your ear to the ground,
dude. Bro, it's crazy. It's worth it,
and it's gonna be.
It's so worth it. Like the community, the networking, the hands-on. Like we didn't want to make something that. Man, I feel like we're talking too much. We didn't want to make something. We are
talking too much.
We didn't. We can give it a little tease. We didn't want to make something where y'all come and sit down in a chair. And you're just like, okay, talk, whatever. Bruh, you shoot your hands on cameras, footage, awesome.
Yeah,
it's going to be dope.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So we will have more information on that very, very soon. We're literally about to leave right now and go to a meeting for that. But can I bring my Pixes to the Red event? You absolutely can. Genuinely, that comment.
Yes.
Is one of the most important things that we're currently working on.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
We want this to definitely be a BYOC event.
100%. Bring your own batteries, bring your own media. We will bring the talent. We will bring the location.
And we'll bring some cameras for you to play with too.
Upgrade your demo.
Sorry, I'm saying way too much.
Upgrade your demo reel.
We got to stop. We got to stop. More information
it's gonna be fire.
Is coming very, very soon. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to have a blast with this.
Yes.
Jarrell.
Yes.
I feel like we're leaving them on a huge cliffhanger, but
we are.
Is there anything else that we should add? We got a meeting to get to.
We have a meeting to go to. Be there. It's going to be so much fun.
You don't know when it is or what it's about or anything about it. And we're going to pretend like you don't know, but you know you need to be there.
We're literally going there right now to meet.
Yeah. So
to plan.
We're going nowhere to work on nothing, but you need to be at that nothing.
Yes,
all right?
For you.
For you. This is for you. And it's going to be worth traveling out for. I guarantee it.
Cleveland. This was for you.
Oh my God.
LeBron when he won the championship, bro, in 2016.
Okay. I was like, what the heck are you doing? Everything goes back to Lakers in 5. All right. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us this week. We had a blast. Just know you're the real MVPs. I was going to say something else, but.
Shoot on standard.
Yeah, Colton, we're in Houston. All right. We'll catch y'all next time. Later, y'all. Peace.
Peace.